What's good, gente? Thank you guys once again for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? Compa Raidher making bad moves. What? And before I even get started on this video, because like I said, this just happens to be another Sureño rapper, right? I don't happen to know too much about this dude, but his name has been brought up a couple of times, especially on some platforms, right? Where I kind of have to tune in at times because people be sending me hella clips, and I guess apparently this dude, he's kind of on the bad list when it comes to these dudes, right? Even though they talk about second chances and they're willing to give them a pass, in all reality, man, I feel that a lot of people, man, that be going to certain platforms, like you can see on that flat basketball, on no jumper, right? I'll just say it's fucking platform, kind of get into some shit, you know. So apparently this dude Compa Raidher, man, he kind of got into it with Lefty Gunplay, or Lefty Gunplay, he kind of got in his feelings. I'll just be straight up, he kind of got in his feelings. Apparently old boy was asking certain things and making him seem like he's a joke, right? You guys seen the interview that he had did on No Jumper. A lot of things were put out there where it kind of made it seem that, or I'm just gonna say seem, because in all reality, I don't know if this happens to be truth or not, and that's why I didn't make a video about it. But where Lefty Gunplay was pretty much lying on most of his things, from him doing time, being sold up with certain people that we already be knowing, man. When it comes to the South, they don't really sell up with certain people unless they're rocking in that same boat. Well, I guess apparently Compa Raidher or whatever, he's not a compa, you know, that just happens to be his name for the ones that usually think with any time that I say compa that they happen to be a writer, even though this dude's name happens to be kind of somewhat close. No, he's not a writer, he happens to be a sureño. So, oh boy, man, apparently he got in some people's bad side, right? Even though they talk about him getting second chances and stuff like that. It's funny to see how a lot of these rappers, man, they get into some shit just for doing interviews or going on certain platforms, right? Even if some of the ones that happen to be hating, they happen to go that route too. You know, this is something that a lot of people, especially when it comes to the rap game, I kind of noticed that they all slip up, they all come short, because in all reality, even though they know more than likely it's not going to really benefit them in the long run, they'll still do it just to get that little clout for the short run, right? So this dude, I guess apparently he ended up going to do some interviews with No Jumper, and you guys already be knowing how No Jumper gets, man. He starts talking about certain things, and Blue Devil, Lefty Gunplay, and two other dudes that I honestly don't know who they are, bro. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it 100, right? I don't tune in like that. I tune in when people send me something that catches my attention, or if they want me to react to certain things, right? So that's when I actually tune in, and I get what I gotta get out of it. So on this one, right, apparently they are hating on Compa Raidher. I honestly think this because old boy got the job. You know, I did tune in to one of his videos, and apparently, I guess he got hired or something. You guys already been knowing how No Jumper does it, right? That fool Adam, he tends to always want to have someone from the hood or someone that is known in the streets, right, for that gang life. But eventually, he will fire him, or they'll come into some type of disagreement because of the same shit, you know, that he always does. He brings up some drama, and he expects them to handle that for them instead of him handling his own shit. But in all reality, man, I honestly think that Lefty Gunplay and all these other dudes, right? Because I know that they're saying that old boy's on a sick one. Maybe he is, right? But I honestly think that the main reason why they're hating on old boy is because he's making a bag, homie. Let's be real. If he did get hired on that platform, more than likely he's making a nice, decent bag, and he's getting his little publicity on. Because when it comes down to social media and all these fucking rappers and just platforms in general, right? It's about the numbers, bro. And especially with Adam 22, man, that fool, he went as far as to putting his girl out there on porn. So that, I mean, that tells you everything right there, G. You know what I mean? So when it comes to their views, they don't fuck around. So I honestly think that, I know that a lot of people are hating on that fool Compa Raidher. Maybe I should tune in a little bit more and see what the hell he's actually saying, right? That people actually disagree. But what I was able to catch on that video, especially the one where Blue Devils and Lefty Gunplay are actually talking about old boy, right? What I was able to get out of it is that they're just technically hating that old boy's still messing around or doing business with that fool Adam. And in all reality, man, they done it as well. Maybe not Blue Devil, but when it comes to Lefty Gunplay, he's been to a couple of platforms, and I mean, he's the last person to talk, bro. He did look real bad on that platform, and I mean, he won't be the only one. There's been other dudes that have gone on that platform and ended up exactly the same as old boy. So we'll see who will be next. You know, I don't see that being the last time. And with this dude, Compa Raidher, man, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you guys think about him. Is he messing up by doing business with that in 22? Is he actually on a sick one? Because in our reality, man, like I said, I would have to tune in a little bit more with old boy and see what he's actually talking about on those platforms, right? Maybe he is way off, because I actually seen some other dudes talk about him, but when it comes to those Sureños, they were talking about second chances, so I don't know. So make sure to drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. Are these super Sureños really overthinking it? You know, you guys were like, who the hell's a super Sureño? I'm talking about old Blue Devil, man. But you guys already been knowing. If you liked the video, make sure to hit them likes, subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, just in case we go live, you know. You guys already been knowing, man. It gets cracking on the things, so don't miss out. And with all that being said, man, this is your boy Conejo. You guys already been knowing. Thank you guys once again for all the support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. We're gonna keep it nice and short.
Yeah. Woohoo! What fuck squirt gun?